Here's my 2003 Crown Victoria. And the headlights are on, but you can see that the daytime running lights are on, the side marker lights are on, but there's no headlights. And either in high beam or low beam, we got no headlights. And I think I know just what the problem is. Okay, looking on in here, kind of see right up in here, this box right up here is the lighting control module. And that's the baby I'm going to try to take out. Okay, looking at the back of the LCM, you can see there's two connectors in the back. I'm going to start by taking out those two connectors. Now looking at the LCM, you can see there's this one 7mm bolt I got my finger on here. And right back here is another 7mm bolt. Got to take that out. Here's a little better look at the LCM out of the car. Remember I told you we had to take these two connectors out, and there's little tabs on the bottom that you pressed up on the bottom of the connector, and they both pulled out pretty easily. And then there's another connector on the top, and I had to reach around the top, and there's a little tab in the middle you had to press on. And then to slide this thing out, you can see how there's a little hook latch right there. And if you press, see how if you press on that tab, the little hook comes up, and then it just slides back. But you have to be very careful when you slide it back, because it's pretty tight back there, and there's a lot of wires and cables you got to make sure you don't damage. Looking at the top of the LCM, the first thing we notice is this black screw here and this black screw here with some sort of a Torx bit on there, and those are the first screws that have to be removed. You can see there's a little hook right there that goes into the metal frame on the outside. On the other side you can kind of see there's a corresponding hook. Okay, and now we just slide this thing open. And we can see inside. And from what I've read on the internet, this relay right here is the headlight relay. So I got on eBay and searched around. I found this baby for $10. Of course, if you do other searching, you can buy them from the electronics manufacturers for maybe a little cheaper. But it was about $10 on eBay, and there's a few people who had it. So, and it showed up pretty quickly. Looking at the headlight relay a little closely, you kind of see some discoloration. Seems to have gotten a little warm. A lot of current apparently going to that relay. So anyway, the plan is I'm going to open this assembly up. You can see where there's two flexed cables that kind of form like a little hinge. And you can kind of see a little hook there and a little hook there. And I'm just going to undo those little hooks and flip this thing around. So anyway, you kind of see how this relay has two and then 3 pins. You can kind of see the 2 pins, and then 1, 2, 3 pins right there. So those are the 2, or the 5 contacts I have to remove the old relay. Okay, here's the plan. So I've got some solder braid or solder wick, whatever you want to call it. This is specially treated copper braid that sucks up solder. And then I've got a small soldering iron, although I do have a larger one in case I need it. And the plan is we clear up all the excess solder and try to push those pins through the hole and then put the new relay in. Well, that worked great. I was actually surprised that it worked. But looking at the holes, you can see one of the holes right here still has some solder in it. So let me tell you my trick for clearing the solder out. I take some old resistor lead, and then I heat it up and push it through the hole, then pull it out really quick, and that'll kind of get some of the remaining solder out of the hole. Okay, now I snap the new relay into place, and I just got to solder the 5 leads, and we'll put it back in the car. Here we are, all soldered in and ready to go. Okay, all fixed. Let's see our handiwork. Well, here it is, success. Well, that was sure easy.